Gala lah. Maganda ay hero Sora ah. Maganda ay hero Sora. Yung basketball. Ay ano pala.
So you're fascinated.
Ay hero no Sora. Maganda yan mo. Episode 2 pala ako, kakasimula ko kagabi. Maganda episode 1 na.
So right now, the Overwatch League is getting a lot of negative attention. Big name talent just left, viewership is allegedly inflated, and the travel schedule is intense to say the least. But here's the thing, all of these issues we're talking about have either existed for a while now, or they've been a long time coming. So on December 31st, Overwatch caster Monte Cristo posted a lengthy Twitter thread announcing that he wouldn't be returning to the Overwatch League for Season 3. And then, on Monday, January 5th, Doa officially confirmed via Twitter that he also wouldn't be returning to the Overwatch League for Season 3. And then, on January 1st, Chris Puckett also announced that he'd be leaving his full-time position with the Overwatch League and transitioning into freelance work.
It's a new year, I got a new logo, and a new location. Molly got a promotion, bringing us back to New York City, where we lived for 11 years. And unfortunately, that means I won't be on the West Coast to host the Overwatch League for a third season. I had a blast over the first 2 years, and I know now as a freelancer, it's not the end of the road for me. I hope to be joining everyone in the Overwatch League and the Call of Duty Leagues, hosting and commentating the biggest events in front of the people I love, the fans and the community.
Now, while all of this is certainly newsworthy, it's Monty's reasoning that I actually find most interesting. In the second of his 12 tweets, he wrote, "The departure of Nate Nanzer from OWL led to irreconcilable, creative, and philosophical differences between myself and the league's current leadership, and all parties will be better served by parting ways." And Doa said something pretty similar. Now, a lot of people on social media saw these announcements as, oh fuck, the Overwatch League is screwed. If Monte Cristo can't save us, nobody can. And like me, you probably saw Monty's tweets and thought to yourself, oh shit, this is not good for Overwatch. And you're right, it's not. But in fact, the problems go a lot deeper.
It's noble and doomed to fail.
Things like burnout and mental health concerns, for example, continue to be a hot topic within the Overwatch community. Notable players like Effect, Asher, Defran, and Pine all either retired or took extended breaks from pro play, in part due to both of these issues. And with homestands right around the corner with the beginning of Season 3, which are basically Blizzard's equivalent of home and away games, even more concerns have been raised due to the notable players like Effect, Asher, Defran, and Pine.
Maganda yan mo. Episode 2 pala ako, kakasimula ko kagabi. Maganda episode 1 na.
So right now, the Overwatch League is getting a lot of negative attention. Big name talent just left, viewership is being inflated, and the
Two, one.
I find courage unpredictable. It's total insanity you can rely on.
Ma. Meron na. Tara, tara. Dish nga ma. Ay, nagdalaw kita. Wait, tayo.
Minions have spawned.
Wait lang, ma. Tara na. Oh shit, nice. Timik up. Timik. Mabuti may passive ako. Ah, hindi remake. Ito yung tae. Kaya mo dalaw, May. Ma. Ye.
At the gates of Quothala, they tried using that boiling oil on us. But you can't deep fry courage.
Laging libre blue, ah.
I fight better when I've had my medicine.
An enemy has been slain.
Are you ready for anything?
Teka, nag-praise ulit.
Oh, don't get excited now.
Bobo nila? May passive pa naman ako.
Ain't nobody tough as Cliff. I got gravel in my guts and a fire in my head. I don't need that lizard. I knew you was a coward. Run straight into
Nice.
An ally has been slain.
Gusto mo dalaw, Ma? Bot lang. Bobo talaga. Walang mapamal. Ay, Yasuo.
Ally has been slain. An ally has been
Ayun, may Oriana dito ay. Patik dia lang. Bukot. Nice Yas. Pataba ka Yas. Pag-R ka R. Wag na. Full HP. Full HP ba? Buma.
After we finish murdering these folks, what do you think? Tacos? Yeah, tacos.
Hindi, di ba masisira OP yung ini ano, pati yun ah. Hindi yan dyan. Enggak. Wait lang Kaya mo? Nandun yun, yun yun. Basta bot. Magdidiyan sila. Stop na. Wag nandiyan na pati yun. Bubong bing. Bumalik pa. Ba. Wait lang, low hit ako bala. O sabot. Low HP oh. Hindi, wait lang. Do or die. Wala pang Aryuma. Okay lang. Natay. Wag na. Pagulong ko na sa mid. Nandiyan na panty yun. Opo. 20 seconds lang, ma.
An enemy has been slain.
Ano yun?
Don't you bite me again.
Wait, laba, wait, laba. Natik ba yung DR? Ito muna oh. Nice. Push, push, push. Push mid. OBR. Pumalag sila, wait lang. Pumalag sila. Nag-arap pa, sinayang niya.
Looking at me? Cause I'm gonna kill you.
Palag, wait lang. Ito. Pitas na 'yon. Sige. PR na. Wala akong smite Tapos push na.
Well, just cause you're hallucinating.
Bilang, wag pa, walang kasama.
Sneak up on us. No! Planning and strategy, but the
Ito.
city folks do.
Andito yung ano. Sayang, wala, nakatakbo. Unji. Pasok. Wait lang. Yung, mauna. Au. Pasok na kami. Yung dalawa lang na set nyo. Hindi, okay lang. Bawi. Nice. TTP ka TP sa DR. Kukunin na yung gear. Mid naman, nasa mid na kami. Huwag na pagaloin nyo Yi. Ito! Ito!
Enemy has been slain.
Tayo yung Yi. Ay, hindi. Patay na pala yung Yi. Patay na pala yung Yi. Patay yun ang Ashe. Kaya, kaya. May ara pa yung Mal. Kaya. Armal.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Wala may bibili.
Ally has been slain.
Shit! Ang bobo ko! Ano nangyari? Wala. Wala sila minions. Bobo na fit agad. Meron pang malpit to. Wag. Putang nangyari? Wala kaming buhay. Wala na Bane. Ka? $37. Ito palang itemize. Sayang. Ayo, nakuha nyo lahat. 40. Sapa, 18. Sample, 28. Tapos, magkano? 7. 5. Tadi ba kami pa? Kada. 50. Tara, dyan kayo. Ay, shit, aminto. Nag-freeze, boot. Dyan kayo. Pinay.
You do come up with the best
Ah? Huwag lang pagalawin yung Yi. Ito, nice! Nice, bro! BR. O, push na. BR na. Hindi na kalabas si mami niya sa atin. Hindi, DR. DR bago DR. Para makalamang tayo. Tabo na. Ba't yung pag-asa dito, Yasuo? Oh.
Well, maybe I am looking to start a fight.
May pag-asa dito, Mal. Oh my god! Ano po? Oh, Yi! Demonyong Yi! Woohoo! End. Mabuti nag-G agad ako. Push lang. Nagagawa dito. Basusin nyo. Peace. Nice game. Ah. Dito ko. On.
What is good, guys? It is your man RB to break through NBA news, college commentary, interviews from a basketball player's perspective. We got a lot of news to cover today in the NBA. But as you guys are coming in, make sure to hit that like button because it truly does help this channel grow in the public. Also, whether you're a long-time supporter or you are a new subscriber, make sure to hit the notification bell. Make sure to click all videos because there has been a huge problem even when I'm uploading daily with videos showing up at all. But as the NBA trade deadline does approach us coming in February, there's a lot of teams gearing up for trades. And the first one that we have to talk about is Andre Drummond from the Detroit Pistons. Now, I want to preface my statements by saying this. As you guys can see on the screen, Andre Drummond, this guy is a really good player. This year, he's averaging almost 18 points per game, 16 rebounds per game, almost 3 assists per game, shooting about 54%, PER at 22.2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The Detroit Pistons, they are looking to trade him now. And as a matter of fact, it was just reported that the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons, they are currently in trade talks today. The Atlanta Hawks, they really do want to get Andre Drummond from the Detroit Pistons. Now, Adrian Wojnarowski does report that no deal is in place just yet, but they are officially engaged in trade talks today. And that Andre Drummond has a $28 million player option for next season that he is unlikely to exercise. And since the Pistons could lose him for nothing in free agency, this essentially forces the Pistons to trade him. But not only that, about 30 minutes after this was reported, it was also reported that the Boston Celtics, the Dallas Mavericks, the Toronto Raptors, Raptors, they all have interest as well in trading for Andre Drummond. First of all, I gotta say, Andre Drummond would be a big pickup for literally every single one of those teams. If the Atlanta Hawks can get Andre Drummond in that trade without having to give up Collins or their shooter Horter, I think Andre Drummond would be a really good piece to put with Trae Young. Then whenever we look at the Boston Celtics, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Toronto Raptors, now during the summer I made videos on why I believe that Kemba Walker would be a better pair with the Boston Celtics than Kyrie Irving was. I made it clear Kemba Walker is not better than Kyrie Irving, but we definitely broke down why Kemba Walker would fit better with the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have been absolutely rolling this year, and if the Boston Celtics were to get a player like Andre Drummond and pair him with a Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I personally believe that that could be a move for the Boston Celtics that could propel them to being a NBA Finals contender. I think that could give the Milwaukee Bucks some matchup problems deep in the playoffs, especially since the Boston Celtics are so strong as far as their perimeter players. And guys, we look at the Dallas Mavericks here. They already have the perimeter shooting. They already have a guy in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis once he fully gets his legs back. These are legitimate stars in the league that can really take over games at any given time. If the Mavericks add Andre Drummond to their team, that is going to be a huge problem for the Clippers and the Lakers come playoff time. Whenever we look at the Raptors, I do think it would be a good addition. However, I do not think it would put them over the hump as far as being able to go to the NBA Finals, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Pascal Siakam is no joke, but I think that they need one more really good perimeter player out there in Toronto. And also, I gotta say, nobody's talking about this team as far as being in the running for Andre Drummond, but I really think that if they could pair Andre Drummond with my boy Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, I think that would really do a lot for the Chicago Bulls in their future. That would really have them solidified on both the perimeter and the interior. But as you guys know, Zach LaVine, he is one of my personal favorite players. I just want that man to get some help, a lot like Devin Booker. Next in the news, Paul George and his recent injury. Now, late in last night's game versus the Detroit Pistons, Paul George was playing really well, but he left with a quote-unquote hamstring injury. Now, Doc Rivers said that nothing really happened. Paul George just started complaining about tightness that he was feeling in his hamstring. And even though Paul George is saying this, Doc Rivers said he believes that it's more so a back issue. Now, as we do approach the All-Star break in the second half of the season, that is definitely something that we're going to have to keep our eyes on. Because as great as Kawhi Leonard is, he is going to need Paul George in the playoffs. That is a fact. But next in the news, and this one brings me great joy. Do you guys remember that guy that I talked all season about whenever he was out with injury? He was the guy I talked so much about in video that you guys literally got tired of it. The guy that I said, hey, yeah, Zion Williamson, he is going to come out, he's going to do amazing things, but if this guy who's currently injured, if he comes back and he is 100% healthy, I think this guy is the next superstar.
For our first story, if you are a Denver Nuggets fan, I can't lie, you got to be excited. I'm not even a Denver Nuggets fan, and I am definitely excited about this. Yes, it has been reported that in the case of Michael Porter Jr., they are not ruling out his return for this season. Denver Nuggets president of basketball operations, Tim Connolly, says whenever Michael Porter Jr. is 100%, the Nuggets will play him. Now, we talked about this a couple weeks back, but he was actually impressing the Nuggets with his workouts back in December. And if there is an opportunity for this young man to get some games up under his belt, I mean, we're about 25 games left in the season at this point. I really think that would be a good look for him if he's 100% healthy. And I can't lie, I mean, I'm just excited for what he could possibly do in Denver in the next few years if he is 100% healthy. I know that everybody pretty much has him on the back burner because obviously he's had this injury and he's been sitting out, but this guy literally has the potential to be the best player.
For those of you who have followed the channel since last season, you already know who I'm talking about, Michael Porter Jr. Now guys, last night, Michael Porter Jr. in 23 minutes, he scored 25 points on 11 for 12 field goals. I can't lie, it was a joy to watch this game. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people who counted this guy out, now they're gonna start to pay attention to him. I'm just gonna stay consistent on what I've been saying this entire time, even while he was out with injury. The game last night showed it. This guy can literally score in every single way. He can get it in the post, he can get it in the mid-range on a sidestep, a step back, a hesitation dribble. He can catch and shoot at the three-point line. He can step back to the three-point line and shoot the jumper. There's literally nothing that Michael Porter Jr. can't do on the basketball court, guys, and I will be doing a specific dedicated video pretty soon here on him. Now, switching gears to Lakers news. Well, for one, I'm not sure if you guys did hear or not, but Darren Collison, he is actually coming out of retirement, or at least he's considering it, and the two main teams that he wants to go to are the Lakers or the Clippers. Pretty obvious, this guy wants to stay in LA. And guys, keep in mind, the last time that we saw Darren Collison on an NBA court, he was actually averaging 11 points per game, 6 assists per game, shooting 46% from the field, and shooting almost 41% from the three-point line. Now, right after Darren Collison made it known that he is considering coming back to the NBA, the Lakers made it known they are now prioritizing a backup point guard as far as players that they're looking to add. Mark my words, guys, if that guy goes to the Lakers or Clippers, he will be a huge player for one of those teams whenever playoff time does come. Because if you're one of those teams, again, you're getting a guy pretty much for free. You don't have to trade for anything like that. You can sign him to a veteran minimum. And the last time we saw this guy, he was averaging 11 points per game, 6 assists per game, shooting 46% from the field and 41% from the three-point line. That is a huge pickup. Now, because of what was reported, it does seem like he's probably going to end up with the Lakers, but hey, you never know. Also, it's being reported that the Lakers, they now have the edge to sign Andre Iguodala if he does indeed get brought out by the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, to this point, even though the Memphis Grizzlies, they have said that they do not want to buy him out because, again, Iguodala, he wants all $17 million that he is owed throughout the remainder of his contract. The Memphis Grizzlies, they don't really want to pay up. Yet other teams that really do want Andre Iguodala and his skill set, they don't want to have to pay that much for Iguodala. So it's been really hard for the Memphis Grizzlies to find a trade situation for Iguodala. So it's starting to be rumored that in the future, the Grizzlies, they might be open to just buying Iguodala out. And if so, it's being reported that because of his agent's relationship with Rob Pelinka, the Lakers would have the edge as far as getting Andre Iguodala. So we're potentially talking about two situations right here, two really good players that realistically, I mean, they could be a starter or come off of your bench, and the Lakers would essentially be getting these guys for the veteran minimum. If that's not a finesse, I don't know what is. Keep your eyes on that situation. That will be big, but it all depends on if the Grizzlies will indeed do a buyout with Iguodala. Also, sticking with the Lakers, it has...
that ticket's price is. Another cool thing about SeatGeek is that when you're choosing your ticket, you can actually see what the view would look like. From those seats. So if you want the best tickets for the best prices, download SeatGeek right now and use the promo code 2PRICE for $20 off your first order. Also, the link to SeatGeek will be in the description. And for now, by the way, speaking of Shawn Marion, he did do just fine in South Beach, as while he didn't replicate the same stats he did in Phoenix, he did establish himself as a decent player on an okay Heat team in 2009 before getting traded away to the Toronto Raptors. The thing is though, the Heat really did not benefit at all from the addition of Shawn Marion, as the man they traded him for in 2009, a 30-year-old Jermaine O'Neal, would prove to be nowhere near the level of player that even a 36-year-old Shaq was. So, in the end here, the Heat would have been better off with Shaq, and the Suns would have been better off with Shawn Marion. Number 3, Scottie Pippen to the Houston Rockets. Do you lose a trade if you weren't really trying to win in the first place? Ask the 1999 Chicago Bulls that question, as with Michael Jordan retired and Phil Jackson out of the picture, the Bulls were ready to move on entirely from their dynasty. Scottie Pippen was followed. The Bulls did eventually make a move when they traded Scottie Pippen to the Houston Rockets.
Dating gawi. Oh. On. Ma, nakita tayo, ma. Fuck! Hindi ko pa nakuha. Sayang. Basta nakuha.